Hey guys, welcome back to Roblox Wave. Today, we are going to talk about a subject that we as gamers all hate. No, it's not how expensive gaming can get, but I must say that can be a close second. No, today we are going to talk about the 9 biggest trolls in Roblox. Now, these are in no particular order, but I must say number 1 is simply the worst. So stay tuned until the end. Number 9, Game Destroyers. These people are in a lot of different games. They simply live to destroy the fun of everyone else in the game. Oftentimes, they will just be rude or annoying in the chat. But other times, they will actively try to annoy you while you are in the gameplay. These players are slowly being kicked out of games by things like vote kicking. If everyone playing in the server decides they don't want you in there, you will be kicked out. So I think that is a good idea. Hopefully, though, the Game Destroyers don't find a way to exploit that. Number 8, Short-lived. This one doesn't necessarily ruin the game for me personally, but it is quite annoying when it happens. You're playing a game and in the server you end up making a friend. They are oftentimes really friendly and polite, they're helpful, and just a lot of fun to play with. So they may join you in the game once, maybe even twice. Then they ghost you when you try to invite them to play in a game. It hurts ever so slightly to be ghosted online by a stranger. When you say it like that, it takes the sting out of the wound, but trust me, it sucks. Number 7, message spam. This is so frustrating. A lot of the time your messages are from other players, friends, or generally updates from Roblox. However, sometimes there is that annoying message spam. You know what I mean, where you get hundreds of messages about stupid things that either aren't real or things you are uninterested in. This can be most frustrating to deal with when you are playing and the spam just keeps rolling in. Number 6, invite spam. I think this is even more annoying and counterproductive than regular message spamming. This happens the most when a new game comes out and 8 million people invite you to play, or one person invites you 8 million times. Okay, so 8 million might be an exaggeration, but it really is a lot of messages you can get. This makes me not want to play the game at all. Kind of like I'm sick of hearing about it and being told about it all the time, so I will just not play it at all. Counterproductive to what the spammer is trying to do. Number 5, Stalkers. Now this happens the most to extremely popular Roblox players, but it isn't unheard of for regular players to get stalkers in a game. Now this isn't necessarily the type of stalker that is dangerous, they're just more annoying than anything. They follow you throughout the game, and if you try to interact with them, they will not leave. It is best to ignore these people. If you think that you have a Roblox stalker, don't react to them, and most of the time, they will go find someone else that will give them a reaction. Number 4, false advertisers. These ones can be gut-wrenching for a lot of players. They will advertise for a certain game using a fantastic thumbnail, a clever title. Then you go to play the game and it's terrible. The game isn't anything like the advertised game, whether in content, gameplay, or even genre. For example, they could be advertising an FPS game that is similar to Call of Roblox, and you get super excited about it so you go to play, and it ends up being a roleplay game that lasts 10 minutes total. I'm not jaded, I promise. Number 3, team betrayers. These are terrible when you come across them. Hopefully it's not when you are playing with your friends that you know in real life, or are close to outside of the game. But this mainly happens when you make a friendship in Roblox that is primarily Roblox exclusive. They become your friend and get you to trust them. Then, in a game when you are playing on a team, they betray you and cause you to lose. It is frustrating, especially if you genuinely trusted them as a teammate. Number 2, unfair traders. These are one of the worst people on Roblox. They will get a fairly common item and try to sell it off as though it is rare and expensive. This is one of the worst because the main target of this act are children players. Robux can actually translate into real-world currency, so these people are actually scamming real money from other less wise players. It is really difficult to tell sometimes too, depending on how good of a scammer they are. But I would recommend doing your research and checking the items before you commit to a trade. You could be caught in some unfair trading practices if you don't. Number 1, Game Pass scammers. Now, this is an issue that goes beyond just an annoyance or something that would technically be unfair, but it's too much of a gray area to do anything about. This issue is something that could actually cost people real money. There are players on Roblox that pretend to have game passes and will give you great deals and discounts on these amazing passes. It almost sounds too good to be true, right? Because it is. Once these people get your Robux, you never get your Game Pass. Or worse, you get a fake Game Pass that doesn't work. By the time you realize it, these scammers have your money and are nowhere to be found. I would say the advice I would give to you is just be cautious of what you are buying or trading in Roblox. Do your research if you're not sure about an item. And please, please, please don't be one of these trolls. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe so you never miss new content.